Rock.
We're going. This is the,
Are we already starting?
We're starting right now.
Woo!
Hell yeah.
So let's get the advertising part
Alright,
out of the way.
for some reason we advertise.
It's a thing now, because we've started the last 3 episodes.
Okay.
It
Today's...
was a joke, but yeah.
Yeah, it's a thing now.
Okay, what is the abuelitas?
No, today's Jack Daniels.
We never specified it was one thing.
Okay.
It's just whatever we're eating at the time.
We're drinking
Starbursts.
We're drinking abuelitas, hot milk chocolate.
Hot milk chocolate.
And
That's right.
Jack Daniels because of whiskey.
Because
that
of
I
whiskey.
drank a lot of.
Because
a good
he
amount
drank
of.
a lot of good amount of it.
And then I'm also eating Jack Daniels with boar ribs right now.
Yes.
So
We're hoping that today. Oh, hopefully, I don't.
we didn't do an episode last week. Well, we did, but
We did, but it was too shitty.
we were really bad, and so we
No,
decided.
no one's
Our
heart was in
standards
it all the
aren't
way.
that high, but they're not that
Yeah.
low enough to put that on.
Plus-
You deserve better than that.
Plus, Jake said a racial slur.
I did, and Lawrence didn't fucking even try, despite the fact it was his idea to do the idea.
I tried, but you weren't giving
No,
me.
you did
Okay,
not.
we're not fighting right now. We'll do this off.
You most certainly did
We'll
not
do
try.
this when we're not recording. Anyway,
Remember your fortune
was your
cookies. They
idea
said
when we
something
were
about
all right.
fighting, right?
So these two Oompa Loompas did not come up with questions this week. Jake is eating. It's just a big thing of ribs. I didn't like the sauce on that when I tasted it.
On these,
Yeah.
the sauce is a little lackluster. I'll be honest with you.
Oh, it's very hot. That is very strong. There's no way in hell we're gonna drink all that. We're gonna die.
We made too much of it.
We made 12 cups of milk.
What I don't understand is why you decided to keep going with the milk, like to put all of the milk
Well-
in instead of just rationing
Well, we were
out.
already like 6 cups in.
Yeah.
Well, at what point did you realize it was too
Well,
much?
why? You know what it's easy to do, Charles. You know what it's easy to do is to
It's
fucking
easy
judge
to-
other people
What it's
when you're
easy
not
to do
even
is to pour
there.
out well, you guys were complaining at me for not doing anything chance-based today.
How in
and
any
then
way does this affect you?
It does not. He just likes to complain.
He likes to complain. That's Charles's favorite thing. He
And
likes.
you
to.
guys get defensive all the time.
We do.
So there's no reason for you to get bit for you now.
That's right. We thought it was the right call at the time. We didn't have supervision.
We were
Charles.
having fun with the
Okay,
things
we'll
that
turn
we
it around
made
on
fun
you.
of.
Where the hell were you, Charles? Upstairs being selfish.
Yeah.
Not enjoying.
Not
being part of
helping
the
us.
family.
We were gonna have a good time down here. All right, okay, let's start with questions. Okay, I guess I'll start because you guys don't have your questions.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, speaking of questions, if you could ask one question that would be truthfully answered, but not briefly, like a yes or no. It's like, is there a God? It's like, yes. Like, it would be explained kind of in a certain way. Just one question that would be ultimately true.
What do you mean ultimately true?
Just like it would
the
explain.
answer would be
Yeah.
true.
Jesus Christ, you gotta be condescending all the fucking time.
Come on. How is that condescending?
It's like ultimately true. Like, I don't know what question.
He's trying to specify specifically what you were trying to ask, Lawrence. I think what it is that
I'm hypersensitive.
if you could ask somebody that definitely knows the answer.
Well,
to
it's
that
just
question.
Yeah,
asking
like
to
that.
the, yeah.
That's what he's asking.
Yeah.
Lawrence. He's not.
And it would give you not just it would kind of more of an in-depth
And
explanation
you'd
of why.
you'd know that the answer is absolutely
Yes.
correct.
Absolutely true.
Yeah, truth and correctness are different to me. Just
Well, they're the same.
not necessary.
Not necessary. Okay, whatever. Just
We're
absolutely proven
Yeah, whatever.
to be.
Okay, we get the question.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Jake's fucking eating ribs like a. You have barbecue sauce on your face where it shouldn't be. Anyway, Charles, you answer the question first.
Well, I think I'd like to know if there are like other dimensions, like higher dimensions. You know.
Parallel dimensions? I guess that would be answered in like your question. But
But yeah, you know, like 6-dimensional beings, that type of stuff. Is that more is that an actual thing that
Yeah.
exists? Or if not, if there's a plane at least like where that type of stuff is, even if there's no life there. does it exist? And then, like, that's enough to know, like, whether we could ever go there. Or, like,
Oh, and maybe
if we exist.
and to add to the question, you can ask one question like that in that kind of grand scope, and then you can ask one personal question that maybe you don't know about yourself. Like Jake might be like, how much poop have I pooped in kilograms my entire life? Or how much will I ever poop?
Oh, well, you already answered what his question was going to be. So
Exactly. That's
now
why
we can just skip over
Well, we
Jake's
boxed him
question.
out, so now he's gonna be on the spot more. But personal question. What about a personal question?
Personal question.
It could be past, present, future. Any question you want. God damn it, Jake. Like, most of your presence in this podcast is you just making eating noises in the microphone.
Well, that and make cooking noises over by the oven.
Well, just food in general.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, as usual. You don't eat in the mornings though. Oh, that's right, because you're never awake in the
Well,
morning.
he eats all day. He's fat.
Really continuously.
And you always make sure to let everyone know when it's like, oh, I haven't eaten yet today. This is my first meal.
You're very like, I want to include others in when I'm eating.
I want to include others in everything I do.
That's true.
You're very inclusive, yeah.
I feel like you would be very clingy if you got in like a committed relationship.
Oh, he already is really clingy.
I know, but I mean, like, especially if you got in a committed relationship. He'd be like, you need to call me every day, and you need to let me know where you are, because I care about you.
He put a tracker in his...
Oh, God, I wouldn't know.
He would not do it immediately. I think it's something he would build up to.
Like, see... It seems like he would see the need for it immediately, but then as time goes on, he'd get more worried.
Well, the first thing you'd be like, that's ridiculous. I would never do that. I trust my girlfriend. I trust my wife or whatever. And then he'd rationalize it and be like, so anyway, in like casual conversation, he'd be like,
like, what if she's somewhere and she's hurt and she can't contact anyone? If I'm the only one who can do this, so I have to do it.
So that's why, you know how when you put a GPS tracker on your wife's car and it's just like pass it off as anything, like, what? Just so I know where she is at all times. And I've been having some trouble because she's not been where I told her, or she told me she was going to be. And I really have you told this to her, Jake? Like, no, I haven't. She doesn't know a damn thing.
She blatantly just doesn't know.
She blatantly doesn't know. All right, Jake, what's your personal question?
Oh, personal question.
Yeah. This is growing on me. It's really strong. I feel like it would be like a good coffee thing. Be like, I'll get a chocolate coffee.
I want to know, like, how many illnesses, how many diseases, like, I've been sick with. Because I've been getting sick a lot. And I can't tell if this, like, right now I'm sick or if it's just...
You got consumption. You've got the bum lung.
Anyway,
All right.
that's what I would know.
It'd just be like, it'd tell you, like, you have had 70 million. All right, Jake.
I'd also like to know, like, what I'm immune to. That'd be something...
Well, I guess it'd be like a full detailed report.
That'd be something that'd be kind of cool to know.
It kind of comes along with it.
Yeah, that's like the scope of it. Yeah, it'll tell you. But anyway, Jake, what's yours?
Yeah, I don't really like this. It's not chocolatey enough.
What do you mean it's not chocolate? The whole goddamn thing is chocolatey.
It's not...
It's
It's
chocolate
not...
and milk and all in it.
It's
No,
anymore, and
there's
it'd be.
other, the spices are blocking out the chocolate.
Are they blocking
I'd
out
rather
the
have
chocolate?
the chocolate.
It's like drinking liquid chocolate.
No, it's chocolate with spices, and the spices are overpowering the chocolate, so it's not as chocolatey as I want it to be.
I disagree.
I'm with Jake on this one. This is like.
I disagree that it's overpowering, but...
This is an advertisement.
Like chocolate a lot.
Abuelita by was it Nestle? By Nestle is the fucking chocolatiest hot cocoa that you can ever make, and it's like straight drinking hot chocolate. I mean, just hot chocolate, like literally in a glass you melted down chocolate and you're drinking it.
Yeah, it's not I don't like the spices in it. I
All right.
like it more if it didn't have spices.
Jake,
Yes.
we're gonna need an answer to that question.
Okay, coming. I'm trying to clean off the.
See, that's another reason why I don't like beards. It's because you get all this crap in your beard and then you need to wash it out. Especially when you're eating that. That's like the epitome.
Ribs is very messy.
Yeah, it's already messy enough when you got like nothing on your face.
So I don't know. I want to know like how many people like are affected in a positive way. Like
How large scale, like positive, like, oh, when I told them thank you, they felt a lot better that day. Is that good enough to be...
yeah. That's good enough. That counts for me.
Mhm.
Like I want to know. Ooh.
What about, like, I parked...
What the hell is that? What did you... Hold on, what did you just do?
What was that? Was that a piece of...
Okay.
Was that...
The film
Okay,
I thought.
Okay.
Okay, I thought it was like a piece of meat.
Yeah,
No,
I thought you dipped a
like-
piece of meat in your chocolate.
No,
I
it's
thought-
the chocolatey film on top.
I don't know where that
on
piece
the
of
top,
meat
and I picked
came
it up.
from your beard or something. Say, oops.
No,
'Cause
it's-
that's
what it looked like.
Yeah, Charles and I were like, what the fuck?
no, it's just the thin film layer of chocolate.
It's a
on
classic ribs and chocolate, man. Or hot chocolate.
top. Yes. No, but like, oh, I put that person in a good mood today, and then they went on and had a good day and affected somebody else. Like, I want to know like the full chain of
Yeah?
that influence.
What about instances where you made someone else feel bad, but you made someone else feel good?
Well, I'd probably tell you that. They'd be
Yeah,
like,
that'd be part of it.
this is when Jake was walking down the street and some guy was like, hey, how you doing? And Jake said, fuck you. And that guy went home and killed his family.
Yeah.
But his neighbor was happy because they got a lot of
Because Jake
screen
said,
time.
how you doing? Exactly.
Or like that day that I stole that little kid sandwich. You know.
All right, so that's your personal one. What's your grand scope? Oh, you stole a kid's sandwich?
Mm-hmm. Want to talk about that?
I feel like you have, but I might have blocked it out.
Tell the story for the sake of the podcast.
You tell us a lot. You tell me a lot of things, and I
remember this one.
remember a little bit. I remember maybe you mentioning it, but I don't know the specifics.
It was in high school, and I was on my way home on the bus, and this kid was probably 7 or 8. He's, definitely an elementary schooler kid, and he had his lunchbox sitting there, and his lunchbox was open, and he had a sandwich there, and I was fucking hungry because I didn't eat lunch, and I was like, this kid didn't eat his sandwich for lunch. He doesn't need it, so I fucking ate it.
That's not would that qualify as a crime?
Probably.
I mean, like, the thing is, it's absolutely harmless, and I'm sure, like, I
Yeah.
don't want it.
Yeah, it's a crime. Like, they wouldn't prosecute over it, and like it is illegal, but nobody's gonna enforce it.
Plus, you were a minor at the time.
Right.
Minor on minor crime.
I mean, it tasted like his mom definitely put some love into it. Like, it was
You can taste love.
I can taste the love in
Oh,
the
it's
sandwich.
it's like that X
She
factor.
painstakingly
Yeah.
made that sandwich, and it was really
Well,
good.
what kind of
But
sandwich was it?
he didn't fucking eat it. He didn't eat it.
Yeah, I mean, like, usually I'd be like, that's wrong. Stealing is wrong. But in this case, I could see your side of the story.
No, he didn't
But what
fucking eat
was the
sandwich.
sandwich? Was it like PB&J?
Mm-mm. It was a ham sandwich, and I think it had some kind of special mayonnaise in it. Like, it wasn't like a normal mayonnaise. It was
A Miracle Whip?
some kind of
Or what is that?
some kind of flavored mayonnaise.
I don't know.
I don't know. It was good though. It was damn good.
Did you just eat it in front of him?
No, it was. I waited until my
You
bus
wait.
stopped.
You wait. Like a goddamn criminal.
when the bus stopped at my stop, I stood up and walked past him, picked up the sandwich on my way by, and I
Oh
I ate
shit! It was premeditated.
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought you just snatched it real quick.
no, I knew. No, I knew what I was doing.
It was like a
How
heist.
could,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
He was planning it the whole way. Like,
Jake, watch your cup on the table because that gets real fucking loud.
Uh-huh.
This is like a meal.
Oh God, no.
Shut your face.
I need more beer though. Is what I need.
Yeah. All right. So then you just ate. Did you like wait for the bus to pull away and then you're like, okay. Did you palm the sandwich? How did you hide it?
I don't think he hit it.
I didn't hit it. I just grabbed it and walked off.
You know him better than that. He doesn't hide it.
Yeah, the kid.
Did they notice?
I mean, of course he noticed. As soon as I picked up the sandwich, I mean, I saw the kid as the bus was leaving. He just kind of looked at me and just ate the sandwich. I didn't give a fuck.
I wonder if he told his mom.
He probably did.
That's a pretty degenerate thing to do now that I think.
So did you eat it while you were walking off the bus, or?
No, I ate it once I was off the bus, but on my way to my house.
You did like a 2-finger salute, like "fuck you, kid," as a kid went by.
Yeah.
See you later, kid. You probably saw that kid again the next day too.
I probably did. I didn't notice him though.
You should have made that a thing. That would have been great. What's he
Just
got?
become that kid's bully.
Well, you're not even a bully.
I just steal his food, which is kind of bullying.
Is that bullying? I guess it's kind of a
It's
different,
kind of bullying.
different than the traditional sense.
Yeah, bullying's a pretty vague term.
All right, just like triggered and mansplaining. Don't you mansplain to me, man.
All right, Jake. Big picture.
Big picture.
No. Big picture. I don't know. I guess I'd ask like. I want to know like the history of how like life came to be, like where life originated from. You know what
So
I mean?
did it
Like, even-
spontaneously happen?
Right, like even just like even if it spontaneously happened, how did it spontaneously?
Well,
happen?
actually, funny thing is, 5,000 years ago.
Don't do this to me.
5,000?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean 2,000?
2,000. I thought it was 5,000.
5,000?
Because the BCs, you gotta count the BCs.
okay. Whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. So yeah, you would want just to know like the creation of life. Or
Yeah, like where life came
does
from.
it come from a meteor or something?
Well, even then, like, how did it come from the
Yeah,
meteor?
exactly.
I mean,
Yeah, they give you like a detailed explanation.
I can tell you about the theories later. Like, there's a couple ones that are.
Oh, yeah. All right. Anyway,
got some from the
my
cosmos.
big question would be.
But the thing is, like, nobody really knows for sure. That's the deal. Like, everybody's like got a bunch of theories for it, but nobody has like the concrete answer.
Yeah. But there's some with some pretty good evidence.
Right.
My big question would be, what is the nature of our reality? Is it like, I guess it's kind of like yours, like dimension type deal. Like, is this the only dimension that we have? Are there different ones? And like, it just be like, were we created type deal? It's like, yeah. So I guess it'd be like that, just kind of figure out answers. So along the same vein as you guys. And I think my personal one would be, how different would I be? I guess like, are there different versions of me? Would I have turned out differently depending on how I was raised? Like what were the different scenarios type deal?
The different possibilities.
Different possibilities. To be like, so I'm a serial killer in this one. And I had a almost similar raising up. Hell, I could still be a serial killer. We could all be serial killers, just we haven't budded yet into our serial killer selves.
Yep. It's not for another 10 years or so, but we'll grow into it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get more beer.
I don't feel like there's any serial killers in their 20s.
Oh, for heaven's sakes! I'm sure there is.
I mean, like, statistically, you gotta be like, this guy started killing fucking hookers back in his 20s. Geez, man, he's got a long track record. Plus, what about all those serial killers we don't know about? Like, the good ones. Because all the shitty ones get caught. What about the good ones? It's like, I've been killing truck drivers for 30 years. Really good about cleaning up the blood.
Charles, come try this line with me.
I keep their fingers
Okay.
as a memento. I had so many fingers that I had to get a storage unit for all the fingers that I took off of these dead truckers.
Why would you do that though?
Well, serial killers sometimes like to have a little ritual.
The trophies, I guess.
Yeah. It's like, why would you?
Stereotyping right now.
Why would
See what
you
he's doing?
collect?
He's got the stereotype, and now he says all stereotype.
All serial, because all serial killers fucking have to do something, right?
Fucking real asshole would move.
What are you guys doing? You guys, they just walked. Jake just walked away, and Charles was up and about. I don't know what he was doing. We're doing a podcast.
I was putting away the glass. Put it in the sink.
Put it in the stink.
Yeah.
Put that glass in the stink.
I had to get my bottle opener.
Okay, and I've got another 2-part question.
Okay.
Oh, are we just doing the 2 questions? Back to
Well,
back?
I mean, you guys don't have anything immediately because you just think about it. All right, what's one thing, like physically and mentally, that you would like to change about yourself?
Physically and mentally.
Yes. And then also you get to pick one thing physically and mentally to change about someone else at the table, or Spencer if you want.
just throw in Spencer.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I mean, he's an easy target, and he's not here to defend himself, so.
And he'll be listening to the podcast.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't have much problem with Spencer. Like, the thing is, like,
He's so sexual. That's my problem.
he is really sexual, but that's not a big deal.
That's
for
what
me.
you come to expect.
Yeah, like it's like when
It's
I
more
go
of a
to Spencer-
comfort now than a.
If you take it away, then it's not Spencer anymore.
Exactly. When I go to Spencer, that's what I want to, get from him.
I think.
And I'm never.
I think Spencer would be one of the hardest people to like. For instance, if you took over his body, pretend to be Spencer.
I could definitely not do it.
Yeah, I don't think.
No.
I mean, I could do it for a little while, but
I couldn't walk like that.
that lifestyle, I couldn't do it.
I couldn't walk like that all day.
It's not bad.
The limestone. Oh, I didn't even try to get. What am I doing?
What are you doing?
Was that you or the bottle? What made that noise?
A little bit of both. There's like the suction in there.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's the air going through his
Okay,
mouth.
I was like, what the hell is that?
I'm not a fan.
Jake, don't slam the fucking.
I'm sorry. I don't like it.
Sorry, I apologize for all the things being slammed on the table. That would be Jake slamming down things on
Well,
the
I'm
table.
drunk. I'm sorry.
Well, you'll make an excuse for anything. If you weren't drunk, you'd be like, I don't care. It's all right.
All right, maybe should we cut it out? Should we cut out the slams?
That means I have to cut out the slam. I'm not doing that.
Okay, we're not doing that.
We're not doing that. Don't say we're not. Just say you're not doing that, okay? Charles likes to do this thing where he pretends we're doing stuff. For
He
instance,
does that a lot.
here's a perfect scenario that just happened the other day.
Yeah, and Jake's
Twice,
really upset
really.
about it.
I'm not really upset about it. It's not a big deal. I got muffins out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Charles will say this is an isolated event.
What
mind you.
happens? What happens is Charles comes in and he goes, "I really want muffins. Let's make muffins."
Like
And then
we're in it together.
we're making muffins. We're gonna make muffins. Let's go make some muffins. And then so like we start making muffins, and then I'm partway through making muffins, and he just ditches, and then waits till the muffins are done, and then comes down to
And
eat a
the
muffin.
thing is,
Hey,
he doesn't.
I didn't eat a muffin. I didn't even eat a muffin until you brought me a muffin. I didn't want a muffin, and then you came up and said,
You
"You
don't-
have to eat a
He
muffin
doesn't-
because
he doesn't
we
eat
It
it.
was your
I
idea to
made the
make
muffin.
muffins.
Yeah, it was my idea, but I changed my mind and I didn't want muffins anymore.
And that's
He
like
does this all the
yesterday.
time too. By the way, another thing about Charles is he'll like almost make food. Like he'll preheat the oven,
Like yesterday.
and then it'll be preheated, and he'll be like, I don't want to make food. He already preheated the oven, and then he
And he just
also
leaves it preheated on. That just leaves it hot.
No, turn it off.
sometimes
Sometimes.
that's sometimes everyone does that.
And then he like
I turn it off when I remember and I don't want to eat. If
Yeah.
I leave it on, it's because I want to eat, but I forgot
Another
that.
favorite that Charles likes to do is he likes to boil water.
yeah, and because he puts the water on there like makes noodles or something, and then he forgets about it or he just
He hasn't.
eat
To be
anymore.
fair, he hasn't done that in a long time.
Yeah.
But he does do the thing where he'll boil water and then he'll be like, I don't want to make anything with this. The water's already boiling. Then he just throws the water away.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is there a problem with that? Like,
It's
is
weird.
that a bad thing?
It's weird
It's
because you're
weird.
already
But the
halfway to
thing is,
making the food.
Back to the muffin issue. Like yesterday, Charles is like, "Let's make muffins. I really want muffins." And then I was like,
It was kind of like, I beseech you.
"Yeah, like,
Let's together
he was
make
like,
muffins
He was
equally.
craving muffins.
Yes.
He was like, "Well, let's. I really want to make some muffins. I'm really just in the mood for muffins." And then I was like, "Okay, fine. I'm not making the muffins though." And then we were like, "Okay, so this is what our options are, Charles. We got all these different kinds of muffins." And I brought them out and I showed him, "Okay, Charles, these are our 3 boxes of muffins to make." And then they just stayed there because he didn't make them.
I put them away today.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, fucking, you really wanted muffins, but really what you wanted is for me to make muffins. Like, no.
He'll do that thing with cake I don't like cake. Nobody really, except for Charles here, likes cake. But it'll come up and be like, "You want some chocolate cake?"
No, I don't ask you for chocolate. If you want
Just like
chocolate cake.
let's make some cake.
Yeah, he does that. Let's make cake. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of let's do this.
Yeah.
And then it's never Charles.
Yeah.
It's never Charles that makes it.
It's like, we should do this. And then you're like, all right, Charles, it's time for you to do your part of what you proposed. And he's like, you're doing it.
And he just leaves and then waits for it to be finished.
Yep.
Yeah, and half the time I don't even come and get part of it.
Speaking, as long as we're doing this kind of stuff, you guys need to do your dishes.
I've been getting better lately.
Mm-hmm. Well, a lot of the time when I come down here, like, I can't wash the dishes when you're asleep, so that's like
well, in the past week I've been pretty good.
Okay.
So
I've definitely made that a thing lately. Like
I have cleaned up
really good
after your ass for a while, Jake.
I know. No, I was really good about it at the beginning, and like lately I've been like, oh, I'm gonna put it here.
I cleaned up your horrible cheese stuff
and then I
today.
forget about it. Yeah.
I was like, ugh.
Mostly I plan to do it later and I forget about it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, see, here's the thing. I didn't want to bother you today because you were getting drunk. And you can be kind of belligerent when you're drunk. You'd be like, fuck you. I don't want to do the goddamn dishes. Fucking. You know.
That's fair.
I didn't want to deal with that.
That's fair.
So I did your dishes like a meek housewife.
I accept that.
Yeah.
It's okay, Lawrence. It's okay.
Oh, it was me. I was like, what? I had my note, a piece of paper, and I accidentally breathed on it, and it flew across the table, and I thought it was magic for a second. So anyway, what's the one thing you'd want to change about yourself, inside and outside, or maybe you want to change something about someone else, inside or outside?
I don't know, man. I'm gonna be honest. I like us.
I just give you a big Jew nose.
Don't do that.
Well, mostly because you don't have any cartilage in your nose for some strange reason. Jake doesn't have cartilage in his nose, really. Well, he does. Well, the whole thing is cartilage, but he doesn't have hard cartilage.
It's very squishy. I have a little bit of hard cartilage right at like
just
the
at the
bridge.
bridge.
You can like palm his nose and nothing would happen.
Yeah, you know that
right
thing,
at the very
that
top.
self-defense techniques, like you hit him in the nose. It's not going to do anything to Jake.
It squishes down.
Because it'll just, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have a very, very small amount of hard cartilage right at the top of my nose.
Yeah.
That's about it. Other than that, it's very squishy.
Yeah.
So, we'd beef up your nose. And I think I'd give you Tourette's. In a good way. Like compliments. Like you'd have to compliment somebody.
Oh, yeah. That'd be good.
And let's say it doesn't go off like every 5 seconds like a normal Tourette's. Maybe it'd be like unpredictable. Like maybe it's 5 minutes. Maybe it's 10 minutes. Maybe it's half an hour at most. But you'd be like, I love your shoes! Or something like that.
I'd be very okay with that Tourette's.
Charles, what are you doing? He's squinting with one eye all the time.
Allergies, man.
You're squinting with the one eye. You do this thing.
He's been doing that lately, and I think that's just allergies. I don't think.
Do you not notice?
Yeah, I don't notice.
I've noticed he's been doing it the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, he's just
I just figured it was like irritant in his eye.
like a cat, when they get
Is it
something
this
in there.
eye?
No, the other eye.
It's the other way.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I noticed he's been doing it too, but it's
That's okay.
it's not a big
Yeah, it's not something that I'm doing on purpose. I don't even realize.
Yeah.
Are my
No,
eyelids swollen?
deal. No, you're fine.
Well, I can tell your eyes are irritated, but they're not.
They're a little bit red.
Yeah, you
but
don't
it's
look like you're in a state of like.
death like you are sometimes.
I was gonna go the other way with that. I was gonna say it doesn't look like you're too healthy, but
Whatever, man.
you're drunk.
I went into Jake's from the other night because I couldn't see.
That's pretty bad.
That was.
You went into
Charles-
his room thinking it was your room?
No.
Okay, what?
No. He couldn't see, so he like squintily and shittily kind of like went into my room, like felt his way to my room, and then sat on my fucking futon and just like had his eyes closed and was blind. And he was supposed to be sitting in my room like telling me a story.
Oh,
Because he was blind, he couldn't see anything.
it sucks.
She just hung out with me because he didn't want to go to sleep yet because he wants to fuck up his schedule to sleep, during the daytime more. Because he doesn't like waking up so early.
Are you actually doing that?
Not really.
Okay.
It's just like it was the day after I was done with my project,
Mm-hmm.
No, it was the day of the project.
It was the day of the project.
Yeah, it's like,
Well, you
I
done?
finally have free time.
Oh, so you just finished it. And
He
you're
wants
like,
to enjoy his free time.
I'm
Yeah.
done. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So he didn't want to go to sleep yet, so he just kind of came out hanging with me. Had his eyes closed the whole time.
Okay.
Yeah, I couldn't see anything, and yeah, Jake was with me, and like I let him know, like, oh, I can kind of see now. I can see colors.
Wait, Jake.
It was bad.
Jake, what would you change?
About me?
Well, I think, yeah.
Oh, I don't know, man.
How about let's do positive things? Not like,
Well-
Spencer's like, I would make his penis invert in on itself, and the only sexual thing that
Well, the
he
thing
could
is, I would
do.
only do positive things. Like, I wouldn't want to fucking
Yeah,
do things.
that's what. Okay,
with
like
other people.
I would give
Charles
you
would fuck people up. That's the we need,
in a way that would be creative.
We need
Like-
we need that limitation for Charles specifically.
Because he's like, I'd make it so that
You'd have to pee out your ass.
no, that's a Spencer thing. That's way too. That's not subtle at all. I don't know what. I just pee out my ass now.
That's a Spencer thing, yeah.
Yeah,
Penis doesn't even. It's not for pee anymore. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think I'd make it so you could grow a big fucking barbarian beard. I think.
I'd be very happy.
Yeah,
with that.
Oh yeah.
because Jake's got some Indian in him, and it fucked him up, and he can't really grow a beard very well.
I can like sort of just like do like barely goatee-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but give him
The
a
side-
full beard.
The side bits are a little patchy.
Just like so much beard that it's like, how does he have so much beard?
Yeah, the thing.
Growing out of every orifice on his body. That means all your pores.
All my pores. Well, there is that one disorder that makes it so you fucking do
They look
that.
like Chewbacca.
Yeah, that
And
was.
you just- and
They
you
look
just-
like
you
real
just-
life
you just
Chewbacca.
Chewbacca it, yeah.
Uh huh.
That's weird.
No, I wouldn't. I'd just give you the big beard.
I don't necessarily want that, but I mean, honestly, if I had that disorder, I wouldn't be against it. I'd probably just.
You know what? I think I'd tone down your sass when you're really sassy.
I like being sassy.
Jake
That's
sass.
why I like when. No, okay, no. You know what I'd do? I'd tone down your Tiffany meter.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Or no, I just have a button
Well,
that, like when you're
we
going
should-
into Tiffany mode, I have a
We
button
should
that could
probably
neutralize
explain
it.
what Tiffany mode is, for the sake of
Okay.
people listening.
For the 3 people.
For the
For
3
the-
people.
yeah.
Well, because the thing in Kevin and
Yeah,
of,
like
of our
2
listeners,
out of the 3 no.
2 out of the
I'll
3 no,
explain
but
it. Yeah.
Bradley doesn't.
We'll explain it to Bradley then.
Bradley doesn't understand Tiffany mode. Yeah. So do you want to explain it, or you want me to explain it? Cause
I'll explain it, and then you can edit. You can say like,
It's-
"What? No." Okay. You'll be like, "Wait a minute."
Yeah, I think
Okay.
I think you'll be okay. It's,
So Tiffany is Jake's mom, and she is just like
well, the thing is, like, I inherit a lot of like her.
she.
her
How do you even describe her? She's just kind of like she likes to make things all about her.
She's very self-centered.
She had a sign that said breakfast at Tiffany's.
Yeah, she's.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's because of her name. But,
But-
she likes being the center of attention.
She thinks she's super like cute and
Yeah.
amazing.
She
and-
thinks she's so much fun.
yeah, she thinks she's so much fun and she's the best and she's so awesome.
That
Yeah.
Facebook comment that you were talking about, tell about that one.
Oh, I honestly don't remember what it was now. It was a while ago and I'm drunk. But
Okay.
Someone died?
essentially, what it was
Bad news.
was like somebody was having a hard time, and then my mom just kind of like commented on it.
I
and
think it was like
like
it's like a rainy day or something.
Yeah, it was like a rainy day or something. Yeah, I think that's what it was. It was a rainy day and something that she was feeling really depressed or something. My mom commented, I actually really like the rain, smiley face. Like,
That doesn't
way to shift the attention to you and make it positive, Mom. Like, fuck you.
And also she did the thing where it's what was it like what was the visit like make it all about you family reunion?
yeah, it was the family reunion
Okay,
thing.
yeah.
She's like, not everybody can come see me. Like,
Like it was all about her. Like they're
Yeah.
all instead of seeing
She's
the
the
family,
focus.
yeah. She's the
Yeah,
one that
it's-
wanted to be
Yeah, the thing is, like, I inherited a lot about, like, my mom's characteristics and stuff, I think, that way, because, like, she raised me by herself for, like, a lot of my childhood, you know? So, like, I didn't have, like, other people to, like, absorb from.
Yeah, so basically he becomes intolerably dumb like that for a little while.
Yeah.
So I'd maybe like a button to press. You could be like, it'll be fine, and then it's not fine. But anyway, that's what I would change about Jake. I would remove Charles's any bad smells. No more bad smells for Charles. Wait, no, maybe I'd remove all your allergies.
I'd get rid of Charles' allergies.
Yeah.
Because it fucks him. And it just puts him down. Like,
Yeah,
it makes him just, like, inusable for...
Inusable.
He's inusable.
Like I'm a tool.
Well, he can't...
Unusable.
We can't hang out with you. We can't enjoy your company because you're just, like,
For like
in your room going...
3 to 4 months out of the year.
Yeah. And you're just dead to us.
Yeah,
for
well,
that
like,
time.
it's just horrible, and you're, like,
We
coughing
use
all
what
the
little
time.
time we can squeeze out of you. Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess maybe get rid of those allergies.
Sleeps a lot because he's just like...
Yeah.
I'd rather
Maybe I
sleep
just
than be
like
in pain for fucking
agony
Yeah.
because of the allergies.
Which I don't blame you for. It's just something that's shitty.
And I'd like to get rid of your on the inside. What would I get rid of for you?
On the inside.
So like if we could adjust the I'm better than you meter.
That'd be nice. But the thing is like I like if anything like we're gonna change.
But that changes too much about him. Because
right.
then,
But the thing is, if we were gonna change anything about Charles, that like would make him like more livable, it'd be like I want it to be like a fucking like one of those light switches that dims and lowers.
That's what I was thinking, a sliding scale.
Yeah, it had to be a sliding scale because the thing is like. I don't want to get rid of Charles like
a remote,
and his like assholery because that's what makes him him.
That's what I was thinking for you too. Like maybe like
there's definitely
it's like when you're 100% Tiffany, maybe I'll be like maybe do 20% for a while.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like lower it for a while and then maybe
we
if
need
you're
a
good.
break from this Tiffany is.
Yeah, but
like and then maybe Charles is real fucking puffed up right now. Let's kind of dial it back for a second.
Yeah, but like the thing that makes Charles, and I love that.
So it'd be like a temporary.
It's part of our group dynamic.
It's like adjusting the thermostat for a second. Yeah.
But it's so much sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And with
it's the same thing. Yeah.
In regards to you,
yeah.
Like your energy is just way too much sometimes.
Yeah, it's exhausting.
I know. That's why.
Toward me specifically a lot.
Yeah, and like even when it's towards Jake, it's annoying to me.
Right.
That's because you
secondhand annoyance.
You hear it behind closed doors, and I'm just screaming or whatever I'm doing at him. Like I'm
just running and like poke my nipples and shit. Like I don't want you to poke my nipples.
But it's so fun.
Nipples? No nipples.
Where's the nipple?
All conversation stops because nothing can go on while you're trying to poke his nipple.
And the worst part too is that it's like when me and Charles are trying to hang out, or like the two of us are like having cool like me and Charles time. And Lawrence comes and goes, nipples. No, and then like we sit there for maybe a minute of you doing that, and then Charles like, I'm done, and then just leaves, and then it's just me and you the rest of the night, and you're laying on me looking for my nipples,
and it goes on for like 2 hours.
Several hours until I'm just like, no, just stop, and we're gonna sit here and watch a movie together.
Okay, what would you like?
The reason I leave is because I know it's not going anywhere.
You have to scale.
Does.
You'd have to. You're saying you'd scale down my energy.
I would scale down your energy for sure.
You'd be like, no nipples today.
No nipples today.
Oh, then you'd always turn that off.
Oh God, I would.
That's like the permanent setting is off.
What if I told you?
Turn it on and then remember why you have it set it off.
Exactly.
It's like, what is this? I forgot I turned this off a long time ago. I wonder what it does.
I'll forget sometimes and be like, oh, where's Lawrence's whimsy? And then I'll turn it up again and be like, oh, yeah.
There's the nipple.
And then turn it off again.
There's the nipple.
I don't know what your fascination is with my nipples, but it's
well, see, it's the same thing when you talk about how me having no ass. How I'm like, I have an ass.
Well, the thing is that you don't have an ass, but like.
I'm. Here's my argument for that. I have an ass.
Okay, I don't care what you're going.
See, this is why I don't like it.
You don't have an ass.
You don't.
But
I have to have an ass. Because
you do. Lawrence, you don't understand it. The point is, you do.
Where are we going with this? What was our question?
Well,
what's going on?
He's answering it.
Physically have an ass to be able to shit, but you have like no ass.
Mike, so you don't shit out of your ass. You shit out of your rectum.
You know what I'm saying.
Your ass is your cheek.
You know what I'm saying. He doesn't really have much of an ass, and I just sort of like casually noticed that one day and brought it up.
Well, here's the thing. The thing. He slaps me on the ass a lot, and then he acts. You have no ass. Like he slaps me on the ass like when he walks by.
That is very true.
I do that.
And then he acts like you have no ass. Like he does this all the time. Don't act like it's a surprise to you. It's like, did you develop an ass in the 3 days I didn't slap you in the ass?
I do that.
That's so yeah.
That's fair. I'll accept that. But the point is that the only reason like I started doing that is because like I casually mentioned it one time, and then you're like, got all defensive, but I totally want to ask. You really don't.
Okay, you want to know?
And then I continue to just.
Do you know what you want to know? Why I nipple you?
Because you like to annoy me.
Well, part of it. I just saw other people doing it in other circles, and I thought it would be a great way to bring us closer together. If I could just touch your
my
nipple.
Nipples.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
weird.
What other circles?
Well,
do
the thing is, Cody always did
Exactly.
that.
It's not like it's like people just go by like, boop. But I just took it to the next level.
Cody would always try and like.
Guess where it is? Like right there.
Oh, Charles nipple, Jake.
You missed though.
Yeah, I know. I'm not as versed in your nipples
Cody,
as
I miss all the
most
time,
other
though.
people are.
Cody got pretty fucking good at it. I'll be honest with you. Cody got to the point where he could just be like, there, and then like get right dead.
Yeah, there was this guy that
Cody
would
could
always
get really
he would
good.
always he's graduating this year, but there was this guy he would always get my nipple straight on. It's not like my nipple straight against my shirt where you can see it.
Right.
It'd just be like he got every time. I don't think I can recall a time where he didn't like.
Where he missed.
Yeah. And I don't have like fucking big ass
You
nipples
have
like
tiny
you.
nipples.
Not I've seen tinier nipples.
Well, you have the smallest nipples of the three of us, I think, don't you?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
I think you do too. I think you have.
They're
the
not even
smallest-
little nipples.
Yeah, we have. I have big
Well,
nipples.
that's the thing too.
Yeah.
It's Jake. Jake sometimes forgets about his perspective on nipples.
I have
And other things like your foot. Remember your foot is like. Remember you're like. It's so weird how your foot
yeah,
does it.
the three toe hinge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is so fucked up. Anyway, so what I'm talking about Jake's foot is his three middle toes in between the big toe and the
They're all
pinky
kinda
toe.
connected.
They will like you look at it and they're on a fucking hinge.
Yeah.
Like they're all moving together. They
Can I
don't
see
move
it, Charles?
Yeah, show me,
independently.
show me.
See, like
I don't think of it.
like the three of them. Like, see that little ridge right there of my foot?
Oh yeah.
It connects all three of my middle toes.
Huh.
Right? Isn't that weird?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he just like it's a casual thing. Be like,
So
how
you
your
have any-
toes just move together in unison like that all the time.
I
What
didn't
the
know-
fuck?
Well, the thing is, like, I can separate them kind of, but like, you can see how where they're all connected, like right here.
Yeah. There's no way you can move your toes individually. It's really hard.
Well, I think it's even harder for Jake because for some reason they're all like
This.
attached.
There's this ridge right there, and I don't know what that is.
It's the same thing. Like one time, I think you were talking to Jake Charles, and he was like, "You know that one bump on your head, or that ridge or
I
whatever."
think that was me and you. No,
I think it was a Charles and you thing.
it might have been. I don't remember.
I don't remember. We were all there though.
There's a very, very slight notch in the back of my skull.
Yeah, and you use it to rest your head on things.
Yes. So like I'll lean my head on stuff and then just kind of like sit it there like a socket, and then it sits on like a corner. Or something.
Ew!
It's
Let me feel. Where is it?
kind of like right there ish.
Oh shit!
See it?
I'm curious.
How the hell?
Where is it?
Did your mom not move your head when you were a baby? Like we just sitting on the pillow?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's a little tiny notch right there, and it's like
It's like an ergonomic thing.
I just like just lean it back and
What the hell?
Well, I've got a little bump in my head, like it's kind of a dent.
Yeah, mine could be like a potentially, but yours is like well formed.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's like you can feel the corner right there.
I use it when I lean up against stuff, and
But,
it steadies my head.
It's so weird.
It doesn't hurt when anything's in there, right?
No, it's
It's your skull, so it's
Yeah.
like it should be solid.
Yeah.
Should be.
it's fine. It's just
Yeah.
it's a, it's a little skull dent that I use to comfortably lean against stuff.
It's
Yeah.
good. I like it. Isn't there another thing like? I was another thing about Jake's head. Because Jake has a big fucking head.
This thing?
No,
Do the scalp thing?
no, it's not that.
That's a weird thing I can do with my head too.
Oh, a lot of people can do that. It's not like
It's not that weird. Like
No.
it's a little strange to look at, but when you think about it, it's not. Like,
yeah, it's not.
It's really not. The thing is, like, I started doing that because when I was in elementary school, all the other kids like wiggling their ears, and I was trying to wiggle my ears, and I just did this.
I wonder if that makes you any easier to scalp.
It probably does.
Yeah.
I mean, because the thing is, like, to be able to do that, the skin can't connect to my skull very well.
Uh-huh.
There's a lot of-
But then again, you've got to have muscles that
How
are
much-
pretty strong. That
How
can
much
use.
give do you have on the
That's
back
true.
of your head?
How much what?
Give. Can you move around?
Oh, pretty much.
Oh, Jesus.
I can squish the whole thing around my skull.
No
much.
fucking way.
This is as far as I
let
can
me-
go. Like,
That's ridiculous.
let me rub Jay.
Are you serious, dude?
Yeah, my scalp doesn't like connect to my skull very well.
What?
Someone could noogie you, and your hair could just come off.
I feel like it could be one of those things, like, you know, in a carpet, when sometimes, like, it's happened
When you
to
get
me.
The
old-
glue doesn't stick. Right?
Yeah, the carpet, and they're like, you roll your chair or something, and it has like a little ridge.
Yeah.
It's
People
possible
are
with
definitely
your
gonna think you're wearing a
scalp.
toupee when you get older.
Right.
You already look like it.
Yeah.
Wiggle it around.
Especially if you cut your hair and then hit that one lesbian hair phase you go through.
Yeah.
Every time you grow your hair out, every time, like, when Jake used to, like, shave his head
Yeah.
and he grew his hair out, there would be a phase where his hair looked like it was like
That's
a
why I just keep
lesbian
my
wig.
hair somewhat long now.
Yeah. Oh, and Jake is so obsessed with his hair these days.
I like my hair.
He'll just check himself out in the mirror for a long time.
My hair looks good, and I keep it soft and playful, so people can play with it.
That's how you describe your hair?
It's fun.
Playful?
and fun.
That is such that's such a womanly way to describe it. Like, how do you
playful.
describe it? Like, my hair is
It's so much
soft
fun.
and playful, and it's got a lot of attitude. How the fuck does it have attitude? It's hair.
It feels good. I don't know.
God damn it.
It's my favorite.
Those are attributes that he'd like to have himself. So when it's his hair, he wants to make his hair.
Yeah, when people describe themselves, they say things that they want to be, and are, but are trying to aim towards.
Yeah, they overestimate like what they actually are.
I like my hair.
That's why you never ask someone like, "What? Describe yourself," and that's never completely accurate.
It's like a dating profile. I have a big dick. I make a lot of money. I got a lot of nice cars, and I know how to show you a good time.
Right. Half of that's true.
Half? Did I say 4 things?
I don't know.
2 out of the 4 things are
Dude,
true.
I'm drunk. I don't know what's going on. I'm just saying things.
Mm-hmm. So, has your opinion changed on it since you've gotten halfway through the beer?
Has my opinion changed on what?
The beer. Since I know that for you...
I'm going to be honest with you, I haven't been tasting it.
Yeah.
You just stick it in his mouth and eat it. Drink it. All right, we're not done with this question yet,
Well,
guys.
I think I like it.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
Because it takes you a long time for you to figure out if you actually like something or not. The first time, your first impressions don't mean much to you when it comes to food.
That's true. Cause I like to let it like wash out the old flavors and get something in there and like get fully taste it. I like it now. I do like this. What is this? It's a Full Sail summertime lime lager. It's pretty good.
Oh, shit. Charles has a Full Sail shirt on.
We talked about that.
No way.
Because we represent Hood River, man.
Mm-hmm.
Brewed in Hood River, Oregon.
Did you point at that as you
Representing the
purchased?
home.
No.
We should have.
You
I don't
should've
think
been
the one would have
Oh,
noticed.
we
We
were-
were in the self-checkout
We went
anyway.
to self-check.
Aw. You gotta walk around it like a festival and be like, show your, like, look
Your
at me.
Full Sail shirt.
I
And
also-
my Full Sail fucking bottle opener.
Yeah, when we went to...
That's still gonna be a little harder to show people that you have. Yeah.
It's always on my keychain.
Yeah, you'll be like, look at.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we didn't answer the question all the way.
Yeah,
What was the
but when
question?
we went to the fair, the Renaissance Fair, there was someone with a Hood River shirt on.
Was that really?
Yeah, you don't remember that? We all were like, whoa, it's a big deal type deal.
I don't remember that.
Charles remembers that.
Apparently, he just brought it up.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of figured he remembered.
That was pretty cheeky and British right there.
Was it?
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty British.
And he hasn't even been watching anything
I
British
know,
lately,
right?
has he? Well,
Just-
it must
Well,
be something that he
Jake,
started...
don't
Frasier.
slam the fucking bottle.
Well, Frasier.
Bradley's gonna be like, dude, what's that pounding noise? That's Jake slamming the goddamn
say,
bottle.
Oh, well, that was me being drunk, putting my beer on the table. And he'd be like, okay.
I don't even know him.
And you met Jay the other day.
Who?
The
Oh.
girl we give a ride to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that have to do with this?
Nothing. We're just,
Just talk about
just
coworkers.
talking about people that.
Anyway,
They know
so
that I
the
work
question
with.
was that you were asking earlier is
What did I ask?
that you're like, what was it again?
What was what? The question?
Yeah.
I don't know.
What do you want to change one thing internal
Oh, yeah, that's right.
or yeah?
So what are we? Whose turn is it to answer now? Is it Charles's or is it mine? Or
I thought
because
we were
Lawrence
like...
answered, I think, didn't you?
You got an answer for me though. What do you change about me physically?
Well, what do I have? Do I answer for myself, you, and Charles?
We're just going round table.
No, I don't think Lawrence ever answered about himself.
Yeah, what will you change about you?
What did you change about yourself?
You already talked about me too. I think you talked.
Well, what did you change about yourself?
I put Charles on a sliding scale for.
Yeah, I know, but you didn't. Charles didn't say what he wanted to change about himself.
Well, I don't. I'll be honest with you. Like the thing is, when you asked this question, we all just kind of like tangented, and we didn't have an organized way to answer these questions. So,
all right, well, just go through with everybody. Again.
Yeah. So what was
What do you want to change about yourself?
What do I want to change about myself, physically or inside?
Both.
Let me think. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know, man. Like.
Well, think about it, Charles. You answer.
What I like to change about myself, I like to be able to read when I'm tired, like focus, because
Instead of like drifting off.
yeah, when I get super tired, it becomes hard to focus, and
Well, that's everybody.
but I'd like to not have that. So
You can get caffeine.
doesn't
Caffeine,
work.
caffeine fucks Charles.
That's true. You can do cocaine.
Cocaine.
That might work.
You haven't tried it yet.
It's a step up, but a step for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what about the physical? These probably allergies, huh?
Yeah.
Allergies. They're really fucking bad. Like the worst allergies.
We all changed Charles' allergies because
Because it's horrible.
Can't even be in.
Because
same place
it's
as
terrible though.
cats.
Because Charles he'll just die. He's like dying, and then like I'll just go outside if like this is back a while ago, but like I just mow the lawn and there's like all this like shit hitting me in the face like pollen and stuff that would make Charles absolutely die. It just hit me in the face. I'm like, oh, I'm fine, because of the hay fever would kill you.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
If I could though, I'd prefer to change the way plants work so that there wouldn't be pollen, so I wouldn't have to worry about that. Instead.
well, then you kill the plants. What delivery system would you improvise?
Why would you just not get rid of your allergies?
Yeah, because then it'd be perfect. Just because you're like, it's my solution. Or is this some sort of weird altruistic Charles? It's like I would like other people with hay fever also to not experience hay fever because it's not good. I care about.
That's not like Charles.
Exactly. That's
Charles
why.
doesn't give a fuck.
Charles doesn't give a goddamn shit about anyone else. So where is this coming from? Explain further.
It's like the reason
when you think about it, there's still pollen in both your bodies, right? Your bodies just aren't reacting to it. I think it would be better.
It's not what it was.
Yeah, I think that
It doesn't
just make it impossible for pollen to go inside of a person, and then.
Well, it doesn't like affect our bodies because it's in us.
Yeah, I know it doesn't.
It doesn't make us less healthy.
Well, it could actually, but.
Well, I mean, we're talking this big scale shit. So you just want to make it like a force field around every person that can't get pollen in?
I don't know.
Why wouldn't you just say make me immune to any allergies related to pollen?
Because the thing is,
It's not only pollen; it's cats too.
Well, just say I just don't give me allergies to those things.
right.
Just don't give me allergies. Like Jake doesn't really have any allergies. I mean, you had that one.
Well, I don't even know if it's real or not.
Yeah, could just be a bad day.
Could just be it's happened several times, but I still don't know what it is or why it's doing that. But.
Anyway, so yeah,
Yeah, just a stronger constitution.
a stronger constitution for like focusing. That's a good one. What about you, Jake?
I don't know, man. Like, it's tough. Like,
Yeah, because now when I think about it, like, my mind can like want to keep focusing beyond what my body can do.
You know what,
That
Charles?
type of thing.
I've got another drug for you. Meth.
math.
Meth will keep you focused.
There we go.
Math is decided.
All right, we're taking care of that one.
Yeah.
Charles tries.
We'll
math.
get you some meth.
Next episode, Charles tries math.
Exactly.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, I don't know, man. The thing is, like, the only things that like I change about myself physically, I think, are things that I can change about myself physically already.
Give yourself something else.
Like,
Well, you can't change your beard physically. Just say, I want a bigger beard then.
well, I can do that too.
I want a 28-foot long cock. Nobody
I
wants
don't want
that.
that.
Nobody wants that.
The thing is, like, I'm happy with that also. Like, I'm not.
He's happy with.
He's
a
happy with-
28-foot long cock.
No.
I feel that would be cumbersome, to
No,
say the
that would
least.
be.
Yeah,
I don't want that.
As soon as you get erect, you have to be in a big room because it's going to hit a wall and it's going to hurt.
Yeah, no, I don't want.
You'd be like, oh, I have to go outside right now.
And when you go on in the car, you're gonna have to fold it all up and bring.
Yeah,
it
you have to reel it in, kind of like, you know, you have to wrap it around a stick when you're not using it. How do you even pee? You're never gonna get all the pee out of your cock. It's gonna be like you'll pee and a little bit will come out the end. You're like, I gotta shake it out for a while.
And then he's gonna have an itch
minutes.
on a place that's hard for him to scratch.
Yeah.
Well, then you wouldn't be able to find the itch too. You'd be like, is it this part of the penis? Oh, Jesus. I know my penis is itchy, but what part specifically?
Yeah,
Let's move on.
That's the Spencer question, and I didn't want that anyway.
What was for him?
Way to incorporate the Spencer.
That's if you made it to the near the end of the episode, Spencer. That's for you.
No, of course he'll do it.
Spencer, if you got to that point, and I'm sure you did, text message me on Facebook and let me know you got.
Just let them know.
Just let me know. Let me know.
Yeah.
Well, how long are we in this? Because I feel like we've been going a while.
We've been going. I have 5 minutes left.
Wow, damn.
I was just filling time because you guys didn't seem like you had
Well, the thing
questions.
is,
I already have to.
We had a lot of good
we
bullshitting.
tangented a lot.
We had a lot of
We did
good,
a lot of good stuff today.
a lot of good banter.
It's so much better than the last episode.
Oh yeah.
So
Well, here's the thing because
The bar was low.
yeah.
the bar was really low.
Anywhere we go
Last episode
would be
was
better than
shit.
last episode. I've got it
It
saved.
just needs to not be posted. We can. It's bad.
All right, let's stop talking about it. Just tell me.
So what I was saying before is it's like it'd be kind of nice to not be fat, but I mean it's like I could not be fat if I wanted to be fat. You know what I mean? Like I could do that. It's not out of my like ability
Yeah,
to change.
but I mean, I'm saying something you can't change.
I
Like
don't-
Charles can't just snap his fingers and be like, "I decide not to have allergies today."
Right. I don't know if I have anything like that. Like I'm pretty happy with who I am as far as like my body, I guess.
Say I want a stronger immune system or something,
Would you like
For
to have?
what?
so you don't get
perfect
fucking
vision?
sick. Perfect vision's a good one. Then you would never
I
have
like
to
my
worry.
glasses.
You can wear glasses.
But then I'd be a poser wearing glasses that doesn't.
Well, you live in Oregon, Jake.
I don't want to be a hipster though. And I'm just like, oh look at him, he doesn't need them, but he's fucking wearing
No
glasses.
one's gonna
Be
know
cool.
that.
I know, but I would know that. Now I would feel like a piece of shit.
Oh my
What about
god.
something to do with your shit?
How about no more
I
cavities?
like my once weekers. I don't have to worry about work
Jake,
shitting.
you never have to brush your teeth again. They're just perfectly clean all the time.
Okay.
All right, how about that?
Cool.
You don't have to wipe your ass ever again because it's
It just
perfectly
automatically
clean.
cleans.
Yeah.
If
That'd
we're
be
going into
cool.
supernatural territory,
If we're going, yeah, just bodily maintenance that wouldn't have to be.
Okay,
maintenance.
how about you know when you probably don't do this much, but you know when you shit and then you don't have much wiping duty?
Like ghost poops?
Yeah, ghost
I
poops.
have ghost poops.
you call
That's
them ghost
every
poops?
time is a ghost
They're
poop.
called ghost poops.
Yeah, it's kind of a thing.
Oh,
It-
I don't look up poop much, so I
It's
don't
a
know
thing.
about
Like,
it.
Well, we
when
don't-
You go to
let's-
wipe, there's nothing to wipe.
Jake's the most liable to look up poop out of all of us, but
I know a decent amount about poop.
every time you'd want a ghost poop.
In fact,
You can do that now again,
About
now.
poop, Charles, the fact that you poop little pellets means you're
Oh
dehydrated.
my God, we're not talking about how each other poop. We're not talking about this. This
Well,
is,
you were talking about how I pooped. My point is that I know things about poop, and that is part of it.
all right. Well, nail it down to one thing that you'd like to change.
Alright, I just brushed my teeth. I guess I would like to not have to brush my teeth.
Your breath, too? Like, would that come with
I guess
Your
that's
breath
the whole.
That comes with part of brushing your teeth.
What smell would you like to have from your mouth?
bacon?
No, my God, no. There's nothing I can do about it. My mouth just smells heavily of bacon. How about just whiskey?
Freshly baked donuts.
You're just talking to somebody. It's like, smells really good. Oh, that's me.
That's my mouth.
Someone making donuts?
That's my mouth.
But just like really irresistible pheromones.
Kiss me, I'm sweet.
And it's just like you're talking, they're like being drawn into you, and you just talk. It's like, hey, how you doing? And they're just like,
Start making it.
yeah, they just do that thing where like they can't control themselves, and they kiss you, and then you let it go on for a second, then you're like, wait a minute.
And then another woman comes, pushes her out of the way, and
Yeah.
then goes for a kiss.
I wouldn't be against that.
I think that'd probably be a really bad idea.
You wouldn't be against that until you got people you didn't want.
Right.
It's like you're walking down the sidewalk, some hobo woman.
Yeah, it'd be gross. I wouldn't talk to her holding up her mouth.
Well, she would force herself upon you because of your pheromones.
Yeah, see, like, I don't know. That's one of those things, like, it sounds like it'd be awesome, but it probably wouldn't be, but I'd still take it.
That's something we can explore in a further podcast.
Yeah.
I'd probably take that ability. despite the downsides.
You'll be nice. Never to clip your nails. I guess it doesn't really apply to you, Jake, but because you bite your nails.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get a scratching post.
Yeah, but I don't see clipping nails as really all that inconvenient. It only takes
That's
like
true.
5 minutes.
That's true.
And then you're done.
Yeah. Good talk.
Yeah.
I need more whiskey, man.
I'd like to just
I'm sober.
not have to shave. That would be a good thing.
Would you want to default?
Well, you already don't have to shave, Charles.
No,
Courage.
I have to shave soon. But like every time I shave, it gets really irritated.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that why you don't shave?
Yeah, that's the main reason I don't shave.
You have like
it irritates my
beard.
skin.
They have aftershave.
I have really strong skin. Like.
Mm-hmm. I get rashes.
Well, how-
and
how-
bruises really easily.
I don't get irritated at all when I shave.
But Charles, how deep down do you shave? Do you shave it to the skin, or do you kind of mind like scruffiness? Because
Yeah, I kind of do it scruffy because like, it still irritates me, but
if I
not
shave
as
it to
much.
the skin, then it gets it's razor burn.
I
and
shave
hurts.
it to the skin without shaving cream, and I'm fine.
yeah.
Well, you don't
Like-
shave your face all that much.
No,
ever.
I do this my sides all the way to the skin every time I do
It's
it.
particularly bad for me around the face. This part though, and the neck too.
Well, the
Yeah,
thing is,
the
even when I
next
do,
is-
even when I did shave this, I didn't get anything wrong with it. This is fine. And it's like when I got my tattoo too. Like
How's your gross zitty arms doing?
they're fine actually. Oddly enough.
Have you used my apricot scrub?
No, I mean they're still kind of
pink.
they're still kind of zitty, but they're not like.
I've been using my own, and like it's really helping
They're
with
not too
my.
bad.
Well, I don't really have much acne. To
But just help clear up your skin.
Yeah.
Why don't you try it out, Jake?
I should.
Yeah, just go in there and get
Use
some.
Lawrence's?
It's just on my upper arms.
Yeah, it's mostly right here for me.
That's
But
the only place I get any acne.
I mean, I got some acne
when,
on my
when, I,
back.
when
but
I just have to scrub with it. Like I don't even have to use soap or anything.
yeah, you just scrub with it and then it comes off. Yeah,
Yeah.
you should try that.
Okay.
See how it works for you.
Just make sure you use the right one.
Just anything.
Because you might not want to use mine because
You can have mine. I don't like mine.
What's yours?
The one that says Luigi on it.
Oh, just the scrubber thing.
If you want to use it, because I just use the bristle one.
I see.
Yeah.
the bristle one's better for you.
Yeah, I don't like the other. It doesn't feel like it does anything. Like the loofah one.
Yeah, the loofah one works for me.
Now we're just what are we? We're just talking about.
It might be because my skin's
Daily
softer and
maintenance.
more
Yeah.
gentle, so.
But yeah, like when I got my tattoo, like the guy was like, I just sat there and like did it, and he's like, "You're okay." I'm
You know
like,
what sucks though?
We took a break because his arm was getting tired, but I was like, it's like usually people ask me for a break well before this, so I just sat there and it's like my skin's super durable.
Well, it's not so bad on the arm though.
Yeah, I mean just in general, like I
If
also
it was like
I
on
also-
the
I also didn't
inside
get-
of the thigh or something.
No, I
then
know.
I'd be like,
I agree.
Yeah,
with
no.
that. I'm just saying that like I also don't get irritated when I shave like you guys do. You know what I mean? Like it's the same kind of thing.
I don't know. I got really shitty skin, so I have to always.
Yeah, I've gotten bruises from when like you bump into me.
I hardly get bruises unless you really fucking like hit me.
Yeah, I very, very, very rarely get bruises, but when I do, I don't know where they came from. Like I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I'll
What
look
the
at my
fuck?
leg and be like, how did that happen?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get cuts sometimes on the back of my hands. I don't know where they came from.
Scratch your hand. Jake cuts himself.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily on purpose.
Not a purpose thing. It's
But
not. It's
I
not
do.
like a weird
It's not like an
emo release.
Yeah.
I mean, guys, we're at 103 minutes now, but if you want to keep
thing.
down,
103 minutes?
103, 63 minutes, my
I was
bad.
like, Jesus.
Because it rolls
Not bad.
over at the one.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can keep going if you want.
No.
Let's keep it consistent. 1
We
hour.
don't need to. Yeah, an hour is about right.
An hour, a little bit more.
Essentially, I get itchy and I scratch myself and it leaves marks. That's
Oh, okay, real quick.
Something like that.
I'd like to change. What would I like to change? I never ever want to I just want a perfect vision my entire life. That'd
you
be
don't want
nice.
to ever have to use glasses or
That
contacts.
fucking sucks, man. Because the thing is, I've lived my whole life without it.
Well, I lived my whole life up to like 16 without glasses.
Yeah, I don't want to deal with that. Putting glasses on like
I was
or
looking
contacts.
forward to them, to be honest.
Well, you're weird.
I like glasses.
So just never have
I think
glasses.
they're cool.
And then maybe I guess like with Charles,
Yeah. Like
I'd
I
like
don't
to.
think I don't know
I-
what contacts is.
Yeah,
It's
you
just
get your
putting
finger
something in your eye
finger in
on
your
this
fucking
film. Your
eye.
eye
Yeah, no.
just feels.
I tried contacts for a little bit. I did not like them. It was weird. And then like taking them out at the end of the night, it was like really messed up. And then sometimes you forget, and then it's like they roll around in your head while you sleep. I'm like, no.
You forget?
Oh yeah.
Well, you would forget.
Oh yeah. That's what I'm saying.
I wouldn't forget.
Definitely, people forget to take them out sometimes because you forget they're in
You
there.
hear about the fucking horror stories where people just never take their contacts out and they fuck up their eyes?
Yeah, I don't want to do that. So like glasses are definitely for me.
Okay, anyway, so
Or
I
you could
guess
get LASIK.
perfect vision. Just we're gonna throw things out there, and then I guess for the focusing, kind of like Charles, getting stuff done. I think is more of mine because I have a lot of creative projects that I never finish.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess like if I had the ability to get that shit done, I'd be a lot happier. Anyway, that's the end of this episode of the Triumvirate.
Now we're actually gonna probably post this one.
Yeah, well, this is a good one unless you start saying racial slurs. And even then, I'm just gonna cut it off.
Uh-huh.
So we're good.
Yeah.
I only had one racial slur. I mean,
Let's cut it off
It's not
before
like
he
I was-
starts with more.
It's not like I was.
All right, stop it. Stop it.
Can you guess the race? All right. Shit, I gotta get out of my chair.
Bye, everybody.
My fudge is asleep.
Goodbye.